Okay, just because your backyard is nothing more than a balcony or a patio, that doesn't mean you can't have a garden. We're talking about vertical gardening today. And in today's gardening, we have an expert, Mr. Matt Kokinis from Micro Farm Organic Gardens. Good to have you here,
Very
Matt.
nice. Thanks for having me back, Ramona. So yes, vertical gardening is essentially growing plants that climb on trellises. It's that simple. It sounds maybe high-tech, but it's growing plants on trellises. And as you mentioned, it's the obvious reason folks grow plants on trellises is that it saves a tremendous amount of space in your garden. So the typical backyard, small backyard, or even uptown balcony, you can grow a lot more by training things on trellises. So.
What kind of plants are good for vertical gardening?
So a lot of your popular summer varieties, including cucumbers, green beans. You can even do melons. Snap beans, sugar snap peas, and other pea varieties. So the cool thing about trellises is you can be creative with it and have a lot of fun with it.
Okay.
They don't have to be expensive, and you can actually use even existing structures like a fence or a railing on your balcony.
This looks like it's been around for a while.
This has just some minor surface rust on it, but this is actually you're not going to find this sheet of concrete reinforcing mesh in the trellis section. This isn't going to be with the concrete supplies and fencing material at your local home improvement store, but this is about $7 and change. Makes a great trellis. It's made out of steel, so it's strong enough to hold anything. It could be mounted on the side of a house. It could be hung. I like this idea. You know how folks have porches and they'll hang those privacy screens?
Right.
You can hang this for $7 and change and have your vining plant, your cucumbers or whatever, growing through it and have privacy that way.
A green wall.
You know, so it could be bent in half and turned into an A-frame trellis, kind of like this one, but just a really inexpensive trellis. Here's a popular design folks make with bamboo. It's a TP trellis.
So all we need are 3?
All you need is 3. I've used the minimum amount. You could do more and maybe give it a more decorative look, but these are commonly used for beans and peas, and I've even seen folks leave a little door opening and it's all filled in with beans and peas, and it's kind of like a little hideout for if you have small children, they can climb in there, and that's sort of like a little teepee for the kids. So,
and this won't cost much either.
Right, a few bamboo poles and some twine. That's not going to break the bank. So,
okay, what else?
Here's one that I like. You can pick this up at just about any garden center or home improvement store. It's a simple cedar A-frame trellis. It's going to work for cucumbers or snap beans or any of those other summer varieties that I mentioned, and when you're not using it, you can fold it up and hang it up in the garage.
What's the key to getting these started?
So the plants will actually find their way onto the trellis. All you really have to do is just plant it near the trellis or set the trellis near the existing plant.
And the plant knows what to do after that.
These cucumbers here, if you get them reasonably close to the trellis, like let's say this is your garden, you might, if you've already got your trellis, you set it up, you might plant it right here. The plants are gonna climb on their own, and all you have to do is sit back and watch, and then
that's my kind of gardening. I like to sit back and watch. And finally,
so here's the tried and true tomato cage. We all know what this is, but I brought this today because it's a great design. It's a timeless design. You actually can use it for other climbing varieties besides tomatoes. So I've got a few cucumbers here, but you can use this for your cucumbers, beans, peas, and so forth. It also obviously works great for tomatoes too.
Not just for tomatoes though. Matt Kokinis, thank you so much. Hey. Micro Farm Organic Gardens.
Thanks for having me, Ramona.
How can we find you?
microfarmgardens.com.
Thank you so much, Matt.
Thanks,
Colleen?
Ramona.
All right, Matt, Ramona, thank you very much.